If you were a GM and you were just looking at the player, considering how much time each has missed, whether it's retirement or injury, the last 2 years, which player would you want?
You know, I'm not going to punt on the question because I'll give you an answer, but this is a medical question. This is where your doctors and trainers will walk into you and say, this is the guy I would go with based on X. And that's really how you have to do this.
Does it bother you that Marshawn style is to run through people, and he's getting up there in age and hasn't been hit in a year?
Sure it does, but what about Adrian? He's been injured, and his style is to hit people, too, and he runs upright, so he takes a lot of hit. One thing that you think about here, Adrian has not run well out of a shotgun formation. In fact, Heath Evans had a stat one day that he's averaged under 2 yards a carry out of the shotgun formation. So, you know, you have to think about that on what your style is. Peterson's been the better back over his career, though the last 3 years it's very simple. To me, it's a medical question. Where do the doctors come out on this? Because you could be right on both of them, you can be wrong on both of them. They're both good backs. The stats show that right there.
You know, Charlie, just to pick up your analogy here, Andrew, look, if you want to kick the tires on either one of these backs, but especially Adrian Peterson right here, the only way you actually can kick the tires, you can look at all the medical records, and he can jump over hurdles in Houston and work out all across the country. We're not going to know if he can still make people miss or run through people until you put him in a uniform. And last year, in those first 2 games especially, he wasn't very good. There was a lot of 1- and 2-yard runs. Now, a whole year, back from the surgery, he came back from an ACL before, he was as productive as any back in the league. But we're not going to find out unless you actually give him a chance to actually go play.
And just friendly reminder, these two people are human beings here, despite the fact that we have used every single car analogy imaginable.